The 5 Methods of Mindfulness. Method number 1, relaxed understanding. What is this unwinded understanding? As opposed to constant disturbance, or concentrated focus, relaxed knowledge is a soft consciousness of our thoughts, feelings, pain, self-rating and judgment, and so on. It's a recognition of our presence, and the stream of sensations in the moment, consisting of emotions and thoughts and outside stimulations. To exercise, close your eyes for a minute, and instead of pressing ideas away or trying to focus on your breath, simply gently notice your sensations, your thoughts and body. You might see negative thoughts or feelings, that's okay. Just catch them, see them. Don't attempt to transform them right into good ideas or push them away. You can do this method for 5 minutes a day, or approximately 30 minutes if it is useful. Method number 2, invite what you see. When you exercise presence recognition, you'll see things, negative emotions, worries, beautiful thoughts, self-judgments, etc. We often tend to want to get rid of the negative thoughts and sensations, yet this is just a reduction, an evasion, a negating of the uncomfortable. Instead, welcome these phenomena of nature, invite them in for a favorite pastime, provide a hug. They belong to your life, and they are okay. That's okay if you feel bad concerning just how you have actually been doing with the exercise. Embrace the tension, convenience it, allow it to hang around for a while. They are intolerable, however, they are opportunities to learn things about ourselves. When we run from these negative feelings, we produce much more discomfort. Instead, see the great in them, and take the chance. Be okay with them. Another point you'll discover when you begin to pay attention is self-rating. Compared to others, we rate ourselves as good or negative at various things or place ourselves as sagging or awful or skinny. However, that doesn't indicate to let it go, just to observe it and see what results from it. Method number 3, include things about you that you are grateful for. If you failed at something, what inside that failing are you grateful for? You are free to journal about these things each day, or once a week if that aids you. As you see your judgments and self-rating, see if you can transform them into forgiveness and compassion. Can you discover why you did it, and know that you do not even need forgiveness? If we actually look forward to learning, we recognize that we did the best we could, given our humanness, atmosphere, what we've learned and practiced, etc. Gain from all your components. We often see our successes as excellent, and the failures are unbearable, but what if we see that whatever happens is something to pick up from? The dark components, they are parts of us, and we can learn fascinating and helpful things in them as well. Method number 4, you are different from your emotions. When you feel negative feelings, see them as a different event, not a part of who you are, and watch them. Remove their power by thinking of them, not believing in them as commandments you have to believe or follow in, but instead as passing things, like a fallen leaf floating past you in the wind. The fallen leaf doesn't control you, and neither does emotions. Method number 5, speak to somebody. This is one of my favorite methods. We get so involved in our heads that it's hard to divide our ideas and feelings, to see points clearly. Talking about these concerns with another person, a friend, spouse, associate, can help you recognize yourself for the better. Use the talking method, along with one of the above ways. As you learn self-acceptance, understand that it is always readily available to you, and you can have it whatever you do. You can learn, develop interesting traits, make friends with others, with self-acceptance at the center of that. I really feel that it can alter everything you do if you exercise. Occasionally, during our lives, we say yes to things that create tension in us. As we consider them, or learn about them, we ask ourselves why we maintain a low standard for ourselves to make the same bad choices. Residence in the bad and the choices we make can create a cycle of negative attitude. Ignoring the need to say no can simply keep contributing to the stress we are experiencing. The desire to be successful is fundamental to a lot of us. We wish to be the most effective partner, provider for our family members, or the best at our task. We want to make the most delicious meals or be the very best parent or spouse. Our self-worth is frequently based on how we assume others consider us. Our battle to attain fantastic things in our life is commonly the outcome of a need to really feel approved by others to get the sensation of self-acceptance. The most self-assured people have their insecurities regarding themselves. Individuals with famous faces typically resort to plastic surgery and heavy use of cosmetics to shield their public image. Being insecure is not a flaw but a part of mankind. When those insecurities start to drive our choices and our selections, we risk making poor choices and producing internal tension and negative self-talk. To establish a strong feeling of self-acceptance, we ask ourselves about the purposes we have in making our decisions and what our inspirations are in accepting it. Sometimes the significant choices we make aren't the best. Instead, they strengthen the cycle of trying to find self-acceptance by first experiencing others' approval. Taking an inventory of our own desires and body is essential to breaking this cycle. Our value and worth aren't based on who others believe we are, but in what we think of ourselves. As we connect with and learn to take pleasure in the individual we are, we can make better life decisions that enhance our self-image. While doing so, we find that others approve of us. The whole cycle is reversed when this takes place. We begin to find out exactly how to be sure of ourselves and charitable in our acceptance of others when we learn to accept ourselves. We find ourselves being approved by others for who we are, not for what we do. Dwelling on the choices we make can create a cycle of negative thinking and resistance. The urge to identify ourselves with the past only adds to the stress we are experiencing.
If you enjoy this content, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Share this video with someone who may need it. For more information, visit peoplewithalcoholism.com. Follow People with Alcoholism on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and Pinterest for additional support and inspiration. Our blog is intended to inform and support you during alcohol recovery.